Hi learners and families. Welcome to Miss Faith's Distance Learning Resources. In the event of an extended school closure, I want to make sure that we're prepared by creating a plan for distance learning. So today we're going to explore some distance learning resources that might be helpful to use at home. And moving forward, we'll use many of them, if we're not already using them, in the classroom. So let's explore our first app. Seesaw. So I sent you all a link to Seesaw. I would like your students to sign up. It's a great platform for teachers and students to communicate and to assign homework. It's really user-friendly. Seesaw Class has an app that's available on iOS or Android. If you have a home computer, you can visit app.seesaw.me. And when you're signing in as a student, I've sent you invitations as parents, but when you're signing in your student, they're going to choose I'm a student and scan their code using Seesaw's QR code that's specific to them. They will also have a text code if for some reason the code reader on your phone or home computer is not working. So this is a generic text code for my class, KNJVML, and you can use that to access my class, but the students will have their own and I will send those to you in the mail. So let's go ahead and take a look at what Seesaw looks like, at least from my end. Now look a little different as students and as parents, but here we are, Miss Faith's class. Now I'm not going to dig too deep in it because it does have some student information and I don't want that to be visible on this YouTube video. So here we are. You can see that these are activities or assignments that I've created. So I'm asking students to visit my YouTube channel. And I've written some instructions and I've also recorded some instructions and uploaded a video. You can see my kid in the background there. And I've also, here's another assignment to sign up for Khan Academy by March 27th. That deadline might be extended just because we have to get everyone signed up for Seesaw before we can begin the Khan Academy. So let's get everyone signed up for Seesaw because kids are going to be receiving assignments through this platform. They'll be able to journal, they'll be able to inbox me, I'll be able to inbox you as well. And there will be a blog that I will continually update. They'll be able to upload their own videos. They'll be able to upload their physical homework that was sent home with them. So that's another great thing to do. And we'll be able to communicate this way. So please get your kids signed up as quickly as possible. Again, I sent those links to you via text today. So if you can take a look at that, sign up as a parent, and then I'll send out those QR codes and text codes so that kids can get signed up and start doing some work. I will continue this this year. I want to do this even if we aren't doing distance learning because I think it's a really great platform, really extends students' learning. So let's explore the next app here. We've got Dreambox. Now Dreambox is our math app that's paid for by the district. So kids will visit the Minneapolis Public Schools site, they'll click on student resources, and they'll be able to access it that way. So let's go ahead and I'll just show you how kids can do this. Now, my students have a lot of practice with this because they do this on a daily basis at school. So what they do is they go to students. Here we are at Minneapolis Public Schools website. They go to students. They'll click student, or they'll toggle on student resources. They'll go over here to learning resources and they'll click that learning resources. Now they're going to find this blue C for clever and they're going to click on that clever. Again, my students have a lot of practice with this, so they know how to do this. Now, they're going to log in as a student, and they have their QR codes and their username and passwords. They know how to do this. They can show you. I'm not going to log in because it's actually going to take me to my teacher page with information on students. So just know that the kids are going to want to click on this login as a student and then either use their QR code or type in their user name and password. Okay, so that's Dreambox. They're gonna log in again. They're gonna click Dreambox. They're gonna sign in. So this is Dreambox, or this is how you get to Dreambox. our math app that is provided by the district. Okay, so that's Dreambox. Now here's Khan Academy. Again, I've given you some information on Seesaw, so let's get the kids signed up for that before we start doing Khan Academy. Our class code is B3WHDC. So when you do click onto khanacademy.org, you can click onto the class code here, and that'll take you directly to my classroom. I'm not going to log onto my dashboard right now because just like Seesaw, if I dig too deep into it, you're going to see student information that I don't want visible. But know that you can access my class by typing in this code. Let's get the kids signed up through Seesaw, and then we'll troubleshoot as we go along. But Khan Academy is another great site that we'll use for math practice. Imagine Learning is an app that is paid for by the district. So the way that kids get to Imagine Learning is they visit this website. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so here's the IL Imagine Learning. And we're going to look for this blue robot. Imagine Language and Literacy. We're going to click on that blue robot, and you can see that you can either scan the QR code or type in username and password information. And then that will take you to your students. Pretty simple. And the kids, again, the kids know how to do this. They do this every day, and they average about 30 to 40 minutes on each of these apps. They're really hard workers, so don't let them fool you. Here's another great website for literacy. Audible is offering free audiobooks for kids. Now here's the website. You can see if you click on it, there's a lot of different options. They're recommendations by age. This is a really great resource, completely free. You can put their headphones on if you have an iPad at home, or you can play this on your phone or your home computer. Now, I've sent you some links in a text, for example, Storyline Online and Tumble Books. Those are other great literacy resources that the kids can use and that they have a history of using and liking. So, but I just thought I'd add Audible because it's such a great resource, and yay, it's free. Typetastic, for kids to improve their typing skills. This is a fun program. Kids average about 10 to 15 minutes. There are some really interactive games. All you have to do is click this Start Learning and sign in, and it's completely free. Duolingo. This is a great program. The kids use this weekly. We're working on Spanish, so this is the really simple website to go to. You can sign in using, again, an iOS, an Android phone, a home computer. The kids love this program, and we're working on Spanish. We're working on family and school terms. And they really, really love this program. I can't say enough about it. There are a lot of great programs out there that teach language. I would also recommend PBS has some pretty neat activities for learning Spanish, which is what the kids are practicing this year. Mystery Science is another great website to visit. We use this occasionally for mini lessons, and you can open and go lessons at home. Again, all you have to do is sign in, completely free. For current events, we occasionally use Dogo News. So you click on that, and this is kid-friendly news, science, social studies, world, environment, fun, sports. And what's great about this is the articles, once you sign in, it's completely free. They do have premium memberships. You don't need those. There is an option for the articles to be read to you by kind of by a robot voice, but hey, the kids like it. But you can also sit down and read with the students, and there are also some really fun videos, just keeping kids kind of current on world events, environments, and there's also a science and social studies component, so pretty cool. So this was recommended by my administrator. This is called Centervention, the social emotional learning. I'll send you more links on social emotional learning. I did send you some yoga links and some calming strategies, and we'll continue to do that. I'll update you regularly on this, but I thought this was a great website for you guys to visit. You can see this is Centervention, and there's a whole bunch of free resources, teaching resources, social emotional learning activities, teaching social skills at home. So you can go ahead and type on that and then access the free resources. There's a lot out there. It's hard to put them all in the presentation, but at least giving you some access to a few websites right now. I hope this helps. So Kahoot is it's a fun quiz game that the kids really like. So they can play by themselves, they can take quizzes on their own, or they can play with others. Again, completely free. You just have to log in and create an account. Pretty fun. You can do this. You can actually Kahoot with your kids, and this can be used on an iPad, a home computer, also a smartphone. Here's some more links to educational games, and again, I had these in a text, but I thought I'd highlight ABC Ya, ABC Mouse. Education.com has some really fun games, also some really helpful worksheets and workbooks. PBS has a game app that's really popular with kids, and this Toka Life. So check it out. I hope this was helpful. I'll continue to update you regularly on some on resources that I think might help for distance learning and just in general moving forward. So stay healthy. I'll talk at you all later.